they can get the emergency health care if they need it. And that's really what it comes down to. If they need health care, they can get it. The problem is not having, not great, I forget the term in the video, not having the health care you need, preventive health care. That's the problem. And we don't have that much of it. At least the people who can't afford it don't have much of it. So perhaps they need better health care. Perhaps we do need a health care system, or at least something more on the bottom so they have some health care. But it'll hurt us. It'll put us even more in the economic hole, which isn't good because we're already in a recession and we're pushing our luck here because we're spending more government money when we're actually hurting pretty badly. I don't see the logic in that, but I guess it's time to implement universal health care. I think that's another problem with universal health care. It's the wrong time. I feel like I'm probably going to lose my job within a few months, probably, because my manager can't make ends meet. He's trying to get me do lots of justice selling. He's trying to, he's cutting my hours. I think I'm down to less than 8 hours now. Not less than 8 hours, but it's getting pretty low. Like, I'm getting down to 6 hours. He can't cut me much further. It's just, you know, we got to let you go. So, you know, he's going to raise taxes. Obama's going to, you know, have to raise taxes for medical health care system. Well, shit. You know, he has even less money. That small business has even less money to spend on hiring out. I'm probably going to lose my job, and it'll be a hell of a time trying to find another job right now. It's very difficult. So, it's a wrong time for universal health care, regardless if regardless if it will help us. Talk about how you have harsh laws and how competition is not that important. It is important. You get lower prices. It's much more efficient to have competition. Monopolies do not benefit anyone but themselves. They hurt everyone else. And that's the thing. You would get better health care if it was a very free market. The only problem is that people may not get health care. That's the only objection I think there is, that people would not be able to afford it. But if the competition actually is trying to target the audience that doesn't seem to get health care where there's money to be made, then they should compete. And I think that's the main problem with our current system, is that they don't have enough competition in there, because obviously people who are low on money cannot get health care regardless of what they do. That's a shitty free market system if they can't get health care when they need it. There should be services there to get them, but there's no competition. They don't need to do that because they're already profiting well enough, apparently the medical companies are. So, anyways, you talk about education being free. Well, we actually have a free education system, and I'd argue that it's pretty shitty. And I'm learning much more at in college, obviously, but our, you know, kindergarten through 12th grade, not a horribly good system. And I apparently lived near a very good school, and it still wasn't that great. I'm learning way more on my own, just researching, just looking around, going around Wikipedia. So I feel like teachers, half my teachers were so lackluster. It's so weird, because in high school you get a few really good teachers, but in elementary you got crap. And those few good teachers, they only teach because they love teaching. You don't get the other teachers who suck. They just teach and they just do it, whatever. They go through the motions. They're going to get paid either way. They don't need to compete. They don't need to worry about their job. All you do is just teach, and some kids pass and people fail. They don't care either way. If they cared, if they tried as hard as they could to teach kids something, to make them smarter, to, you know, make them want to read, to make them interested in philosophy, to demonstrate why science is so important and what you can do with science. If they had to fight for their jobs, there was competition there, it would be a better school system. The only objection you can possibly make is that poor people would not be able to afford education. That's the only thing you can object to. And even still, I don't think it's enough, really. I think that a private education system would be more beneficial. So, I guess I'll get into that in another video. It's kind of out of scope. I feel like this is supposed to be for universal health care. Then, what does that even mean? Also, you talked about how you believe that, about 90% are at least content with their jobs, 50% are very happy with their jobs. I would say it's most likely a hasty generalization. I mean, you just can't know that. I don't think any one person can know if 90% of people are happy, or at least happier as content. You just can't really know that. People around you, people you generally go around, are probably pretty happy people because you seem like a really nice, happy person yourself. So I would imagine most people you meet are probably relatively similar to you, and you don't really have a problem. I'm sure there are people out there who don't really care much for the system, but they can't really leave, and there's nowhere that's really better. And that's kind of the thing here. Since you cannot not consent, then you're subject to whatever the government does to you. And it kind of reminds me of a quote by Penn. I don't know where from Penn and Teller. I don't know where he took it from. But basically, he's like, what do 9 out of 10 people enjoy? Gang rape. That's the thing. Just because the majority enjoys doesn't make it right to do. If it's not consent, for instance, and rape is really relevant for this, it doesn't make it right just because 10% of people just are screwed. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think government is fundamentally immoral. Because essentially people are not going to be able to consent. Essentially people are going to be screwed over and coerced, and there's nothing they can do about it. They can't not consent. They can't exit the government. They're stuck, and they're screwed. There's nothing they can do. And I think that's fundamentally one of the problems. I just read it myself twice. I know. Sorry. So that's my response. I think universal health care is overall going to hurt us, but maybe in the short term it's more beneficial to us. It's coming. I can't prevent it. Obviously, you have a few misconceptions, and I'm not really making a video completely against universal health care. I'll make my case for that later. I'm just making a response to you, my thoughts, my feelings. So yeah, thanks for making the video. I hope you like this reply. You can another reply if you like. You can just comment on it, whatever you want to do. Okay, take it easy.